Hi. I'm over here trying to fix this mom hair for y'all real quick. Trying to get it in check. It's a little crazy. Most of the time I pop on these live videos, you will be seeing mom hair. So I apologize in advance. Try and brush it for you before I get on here. Usually I come in straight into my office to talk to all of you after wrangling my children. And I have 4 of them. So it's a little nuts. So welcome to Share Club. Hi, Krista. I'm so excited to see you. I will be occasionally doing these live videos. I love to talk to people, and so I love to get on here and have you guys interact with me because I want to know you better. I don't know most of you, and so super fun for me. I'll start with a quick introduction of who the heck I am. Hi. So you can kind of get a basis for that. I am Tara Hamilton. Most of you know me through someone else who told you that you need to talk to me about essential oils because I'm so passionate about them that most people who have ever met me know that. And they want other people to learn more. So they automatically just send you my way. So welcome. I live in Austin, Texas with my husband, Mike, and I have 4 kids, like I just said. I have an 8-year-old daughter, Olivia, and a 5-year-old son, Hudson, 3-year-old son, Bennett, and then my daughter, Hazel, just turned a year old. So we are evened up. We have a boy sandwich with 2 girl bookends, and it's really fun and crazy around here. So, yeah, I'm a part-time neonatal nurse practitioner. Love my job, don't love my hours, and so I'm desperately trying to get out of this profession. I do love studying the body. I love research. I love science. I do love families and babies. I don't like 24-hour shifts and paperwork. So here I am, spreading my love of essential oils. Okay, so based on that information, most of you will know that I'm immersed in Western medicine, right? I grew up using Western medicine. I got trained in Western medicine. I currently practice Western medicine. I am a Western medicine person, okay? And I knew nothing about holistic, crazy, weird things. That was until I had a need, okay? My son Hudson, who's now 5, bless his soul, and bless ours as his parents. No, he's a sweet kid. I had a need, okay? So when we started introducing solid foods at 6 months old, around 9 months of age, he had a horrible skin reaction. And I'm going to talk kind of cryptically on these videos because it's something called compliance. We cannot cure, diagnose, or treat anything, and so I will be very general with my words, okay? And if you want to know more, text me or call me or email me anytime. So he had this horrible skin reaction, and we needed to get on some prescription medications to tame said angry skin. And he was on pretty high dose steroids, both orally and topically, and just knowing what I know about Western medicine and steroids, that was not a long-term option for me for a 9-month-old. So I started doing some research, came across essential oils, and was like most people and said, I don't think those are going to work. Who uses snake oils to treat anything medicinally, right? No. Moving on, and I moved on, and my research kept leading me back to, guess, essential oils. And so I started looking more into them and gave them a chance. Came across, did some company research as well, along with scientific research about what exactly is out there about essential oils. And settled on Young Living, got my potions in the mail, whipped him up, and 3 weeks later, his skin was clear as a whistle, y'all. I can't even, believe my eyes. And so I got my attention, started looking into more ways we can use essential oils, and went from using them for one thing to using them for all things. So, I am perfect proof of someone who was such a naysayer, and now my life is pretty much essential oils and the products, plant-based products. So, I love sharing my stories. I love sharing about how I use essential oils. I love talking about how I use plant-based products, and just my life. So, y'all are here to hear those things. So, yes. I love looking at the science behind oils. Y'all will hear a lot about the science on here. I'm also a research nerd. Love research. So if you want more research, ask me and I'll gladly point you to my sources. And then I just have a lot of ways they have tangibly worked in our family. So I'll be sharing those stories with y'all. And I just can't ignore the benefits they provide anymore. Even though I wanted to, I can't. So they're a vital part of our wellness toolkit. here to tell you about them. So welcome. I want to go over kind of a couple of the structure things first before I jump in, just so everyone's on the same page. So everyone that's currently in this Facebook group, I've gotten your questionnaires. So check it off the list. Oh, I got lots of ideas for that, Krista. I will send it your way. Marking it down. You'll get it in your first package, okay? And I'll tell you exactly how to use what I'm sending. There's actually a lot of mind-blowing testimony in that area. So, got you covered. So anyone who's in this group, I have gotten your surveys. Don't need to worry about the initial questionnaire. You are all set and good to go. And then for those of you who are watching this back, didn't know how to see a live video, you just literally pop in this group when I say I'm going to go live, and it will just show up in the news feed. So get in this group so you can see the lives. Some people don't know how that works. They're probably on my profile somewhere looking for me, but will be showing up in this group. And then the structure. So I'm going to send out 2 packages. The first round of Happy Mail should be going out on Wednesday. I'm still kind of formulating my ideas for each of you. And it's going to kind of focus on 2 key areas, which is decompress and nurture. And you'll see things in there for calming and for sleep and for weight management and intestinal bowel care and mind care, which is so vital for all of us. And that will be tailored to kind of what you want to look into, which is either essential oils, supplements, combination of both. I'll cover you. So, and then the second Happy Mail should be going out. I wrote it in the pinned post so you can go see, but it's like 9 days from now. And that will revolve around something called Revive and Restore. So we'll be focusing on those kind of areas of life. Wellness, common discomforts, general wellness, energy, things like that. So those are kind of where we're going to be headed. And along with all that, we'll be doing education on the daily. It'll either be through posts or videos. And I will be sending detailed instructions with each of your packages, so you don't have to worry. I'll tell you exactly how to use the products I'm sending and why you should be using them and for what. And then I'll also provide instruction on email or Facebook, wherever you are. So, yeah. In emails, I'll be separating out people who want to learn more about oils and people who want to learn more about supplements. I'll separate those two, but in this Facebook group, you're going to kind of get a bit of everything because it's hard to separate here. So if you're an oil person, you see something on supplements, give it a listen because you never know what you might learn or need. But if you don't want to, that's okay too. It's not going to be vital to your Share Club experience. So just to cover those. I'll also be doing bonuses. So I will be giving out bonus products for commenting on these live videos because I just love to gift people with things. Or you can, if you're an email person, you can get it by replying to emails. And then I'll also be giving out bonuses for filling out the feedback form. The feedback form will come, you already got the first one, and then the 9-day one, and then the final one. So 2 more to go. Super easy and quick, just like the first one, so don't worry too much about that. And then feedback, I welcome it at any time. Please let me know if you want to see something different or if you want to see something more on something. Whatever you're feeling, let me know. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I can't say that. Anytime for any reason, okay? All right, so let's dive in super quick to what essential oils are because that's why we're all here, right? And I think everyone, even the supplement people, need to hear this because guess what? Your supplements will be infused with essential oils. So everything that Young Living has, an essential oil sees it or touches it. So it's a vital thing to know. And we'll be covering it super briefly. So essential oils, what are they? Magical things in a bottle, right? Is what most of us might know about them. But they're actually a reason why they're so magical. They are just plants in a bottle. That's it, simply said, right? And they can provide plant therapy. Back before we invented Western medicine and all these fun technological things, we used to use plants to treat ourselves, right? They're what was put on the earth for us to treat our bodies and make them well. And that we have gotten far away from that through, and even Western medicine traditionally was based on plant therapy, okay? Most of the active ingredients in the early pharmaceuticals were plants. Now, we just synthetically make it in a lab because it's cheaper and we can modify it, right? So just know that they can be used medicinally. Most people think they're just around for smells. And that is just a side bonus, right? They actually therapeutically help our bodies. So what happens is essential oils are just the circulation of the plant. It's the lifeblood of the plant. So it circulates to help that plant absorb optimal nutrients, to get rid of toxins and waste, to optimize the photosynthesis and optimize nutrient uptake. Also, they help protect the plant from predators. I mean, it's just how the plant survives. And what we get to do is harvest that plant and pull that vital circulatory system out. And what happens is when we distill a plant or pull those essential oils out, you actually get what's called a chemical constituent. And that is just a fancy name for a molecule that comes out, and it just dictates how that oil works in the body, right? That's how we know lavender is really good for calming and for sleep. And that's how we know cedarwood's really, really great for helping you produce your melatonin and get into a good sleep cycle. It's just a way we know how an essential oil works or how a plant can work for us. So don't worry too much about that. Let the experts handle that. Just sit back and absorb, right? And these essential oils will cover a multitude of things. There is literally an oil for everything. I used to think that was just like a weird saying, but it is so true. It will work on every single body system we have, from our hair, to our brain, to our eyes, to our mouth, to our teeth, to our sense of smell, to our hearing, heart, lungs, intestine, bowels, same thing, right? Bladder and kidneys and all kinds of things. Works on skin, anything that's in or on your body, it will help, okay? Yeah, so there's two main things we're going to be addressing here, kind of constituent-wise, and not that you need to know these, but sesquiterpenes, these molecules are just like they carry around little oxygen backpacks, okay? And they touch our tissues and our glands and things like that and just help deliver optimal oxygen to those. And as we know, oxygen is vital to good system functioning, okay? And then monoterpenes. These are another set of constituents that just offer a variety of healing properties, which is really great. You can help kind of restore damaged DNA and things like that. So a couple key things to know. Essential oils are very identical to the cells we have in our own body, which is key because our bodies know how to use them. A lot of synthetic things we buy over the counter or prescriptive or otherwise are synthetic, and our body, you put those in your body and your body goes, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't even know what that is. And so it metabolizes it, uses it to the best of its ability. Sometimes it wants to store it up in the liver because it doesn't quite know what it is or what to do with it. Sometimes it gets flushed out. Very awkward for the body to handle a lot of synthetic things. What the benefit of essential oils are is these little molecules that I was talking about are very similar to our own cells. So our body goes, hey, I know you. I know what to do with you. Let me put you in the right area so you can work your magic. And the neat part is, because it's so familiar to our body knows how to absorb it, how to use it, and then how to get rid of it. So there is no buildup with essential oils, which you will learn in this little share club. Consistency is key for that very reason. If you're actually looking to balance a system or actually treat something, you're going to need to use a product or an oil consistently, right? Because our body doesn't store up things when it knows what to do with them. So yeah, that is a cool part, but it's also the part that you need to focus on, okay? All right. And another thing to note, these are not supplements, okay? That's another common misconception. They don't have vitamins, they don't have minerals, they don't have SPF in them, they don't have allergen molecules, praise God. So it's just a little molecule in there that works on like our existing body system, so not a supplement. Okay, that is what essential oils are. I'm going to quickly go over how to use them. So there's 3 ways you can smell it, all right? Which is a really great way to use an essential oil. The fun name for that is aromatherapy. Most of you have heard that word before. It's a kind of a technique that's stemmed from a long time ago, but it's been highly studied since the 70s. And there's a lot of really cool studies out there about aromatherapy. It's very vital, especially for things of the mind. Okay, so anything that originates in our brain, which is most things, are helped by aromatherapy. And it's because when you smell something, you hold a bottle under your nose, take a couple deep whiffs, right? You're smelling it, and it gets into what we call the olfactory nerves, which are the smell nerves, and it goes straight to our brain, and the limbic center is where it kind of terminates, and it works there very efficiently. And those are, the limbic center is where a lot of our hormone regulation comes in. It's where behavior originates. It's where memories are stored, things of that. So it's a very important center. And it can really only be reached through smelling something, which is why aromatherapy is key. So you can hold it in your nose, take a couple deep breaths. You can put a drop in your palm, rub it together like so, and cup it over your nose and take some deep breaths. It's a super effective way to smell something. It smells so good. And then you can also put it in a cold mist diffuser, which is super great. It is a way to disperse essential oils into the air, so it's a great way to reach non-compliant people like husbands and kids who are like, don't touch me with that, until they see how they work and they say, bring me the oils, all the oils, and put them all over. But until then, diffusion is a great way to get things in people's systems. Okay, we'll go in a little bit more detail with each product we use when I talk about how to use it. Topical application just means applying it to your skin. You get a little bit better absorption, a little bit more bang for your buck, and you can also treat things specifically, target certain areas. So this is tea tree. I love to use it for these little fun things that pop up on your skin that you want to go away as quickly as possible. You can put it straight on there, so that's more targeted support, right? And then you can also put this with a little bit of vegetable oil, like a coconut oil or something, a carrier, and rub it on a larger area of skin. You can get to it that way. Now, topical application, for some things, it does matter where you put it. But in most cases, it's just helpful to get it on your body somewhere. And an ideal area is on a thin area of skin, so like behind your ears, on your forearms, or thin areas. I said behind your ears, right? And then, so just get it on your body. Another fun thing to know about applying essential oils is you can do targeted application as well, like we were talking about. And this is based on traditional Chinese acupressure points. They exist on the hands, on the feet, and on the ears, right? And so there's charts for this. You can Google it, or it'll pop right up. For instance, the brain is located on the big toe. Who knew, right? It's pretty crazy, but it does work if you do it appropriately. So I will send specific instructions with each thing on where to apply, how to apply. So don't worry too much about this. This is an overview. And then ingestion. Ingestion of essential oils is great. I think it's great. There's a lot of schools of thought out there about it, so do your research. Let me know if you have questions, and it is totally up to you whether or not you want to ingest an essential oil. I will say, when I talk about ingestion, Young Living is the only company I approve ingestion for after much research. So we can talk about that if you want to. You can ingest an essential oil by putting a drop under your tongue. You can put it in a veggie capsule, or you can put it in like a water or a tea. It is very, very, very effective when ingested, okay? And so it's a vital way so you make it happen. Get it on in. I'll often drop stress away under my tongue because did I say I have 4 kids? Yeah. It keeps me sane. All right. And I think we are going to wrap up with a little bit of safety. Safety. Don't ever put oils in your eyes or your ears, okay? Just don't do it. It burns. Just not worth it. And then make sure you start low and go slow is what I tell people. A lot of the things I'm going to be sending are going to be diluted very, very well. So you can use them on your kids. Totally okay. I want to make sure you're starting low and going slow. And what that means is start with 1 or 2 drops or 1 or 2 swipes of what I send. And see how it works. Give it a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then reapply if you need to. So until your body can tell you where you're going to land. Okay, it's all very individual. So you can't hurt yourself by starting low and going slow. Essential oils in general are very, very, very safe when used with respect, right? So common sense. You're not going to want to ingest a whole 15 ml bottle of oil in one sitting. That's a big no, and most of you wouldn't do that. So just use common sense, all right? And if you have a specific question on safety, I'll be more than happy to answer it. With kids, I err on the side of dilution, which all your products will be diluted as needed. And yeah, we can talk more about that with kids when the section comes up. I'll be talking a little bit more about it later this month. And then, yeah, safety, super easy. I will say in the breath of safety, I did a lot of research on companies. Young Living hands down did it for me. And it's because of a process called seed to seal. They have control of everything all the way from the cultivation of that soil and the seed and the planting of that seed all the way up to the bottle, okay, and which they ship straight to your door, which is awesome because I don't want to go to the store, right? Ships right to your door. No one touches it besides Young Living. They own all their own farms, which is key because what happens to the plant during its life cycle is super important to what you're actually getting in that bottle of essential oil. And if it was subjected to pesticides, you need to know that. If it was not grown optimally, if it was taken before ripe harvest time, there are so many factors to a plant. So diligent care is key, which is why I need Young Living to own their own farms, and they do. And then they have proprietary distillation techniques that they use to make sure that essential oil is very potent and pure. And then they test the oil separately. They put it through third-party testing. They do their own internal testing. If that oil does not match up to their standard, it gets tossed, okay? And it usually gets tossed to other essential oil companies to use. And then they put it in a bottle, seal it on up, it has a seal. You can see this one's broken. And it'll come straight to your door. So super easy, super effective, and they are amazing. Okay, blah. I feel like I just rambled on for a minute, but that is essentially the introduction part of this. I am going to be giving away something super fun for all of you who gave me a little shout out today. Okay, now I lost what I was going to give away. Oh, there it is. I'm going to be giving away a Thieves Aroma Bright toothpaste, which is one of my hugest testimonies. It has radically changed my mouth health. I mean, beyond belief. I have horrible oral health. Trying to remain compliant here. My life is full of no-nowhere gel as a practitioner. And it has saved me from my annual deep cleaning. So much so that my whole dentist office was like, what are you using? We totally need that. Not all of them use it. So I will give you a little sample of that greatness. If you just give me a little shout out on here, I'll give you until tomorrow morning because we're all full of grace, right? So if you can hop on here before tomorrow and leave me a little love. Krista got me. I see Laura's on here watching, so just say hey. Or just tell me something about yourself or a question you might have, and I will enter you for that little drawing and send it with your package. I'm hoping to get the packages out on Wednesday. So I'll be popping on here with a post tomorrow with more education. I'll let you know when I come on to do lives. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm looking so forward to our time. And let me know if you need anything anytime. Okay, have a good night.